considering a phased-in plan. We are not 100% on that phased-in plan yet. And teachers are working virtually currently. Next month, they're supposed to come in. They were supposed to come in October, but that got changed. It got pushed back. Now they're supposed to come in November, and then small groups of students would start to come in. Administrators like me, we are in the building. I'm so sorry about the glare. We are in the building between 1 and 2 days a week. Normally it's 1. Our teachers right now and nurses and things like that have the option to come in the building if they need to be in the building to teach for the day or whatever. None of our teachers have opted to come into the building yet full time, but we do have some people that need to be in there. For example, our nurse is working on all of our immunizations and things like that to make sure that everyone's up to date, which is funny because it seems weird that they have to still have their immunizations by September 30th or whatever it was when, we're not in school. But so our nurse has to be in there today. So because she has to go in today, Thursday is my day. So I am heading to work. I was supposed to technically go in tomorrow too, because what we do is there are 3 administrators. So each of us take a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and then we alternate Mondays and Fridays. But if there's no one in there, we don't have to go in on Friday, and no one's coming in tomorrow, so I don't have to go in, which is awesome. So I have my 1 day a week. I'm headed to work. And I thought I'd jump on here and talk to you guys a little bit because I am doing something that I said, and if you followed me for a long time, you'll know that I have said I was never, ever going to do. And no, I didn't quit Weight Watchers. I am trying out the purple plan. When I started Weight Watchers and people were doing simply filling, it seemed overwhelming to me to have to know just like a list of food, like every diet I've ever been on has had the do's and don't list. You can eat this, you can't eat that. So when I joined Weight Watchers, that was the thing I loved, is that there was no don't list. When Simply Filling was out and I would watch people try it out, I always felt like there was this don't list, right? Now that I've been home a little, I've had a chance to research, and there really isn't a don't list as much as there's just a do list. So I had a conversation with some people, just in general, about my weight. And, because we all love to talk about that. And we were talking about fiber. Now, I eat a ton of vegetables. I am a vegetable eater. I will eat salads for dinner. Broccoli is one of my favorite things. I love cruciferous vegetables. I eat them all the time. However, I am not, and you guys know this if you followed me long enough, a person who goes a lot. And when we were talking, that was one of the things that came up. I drink plenty of water, so could it be my fiber intake? And I said, well, of course, it could be anything. Who knows? So someone suggested, and at first, this was a long time ago. I don't even think I worked at this school when we had this conversation. Someone suggested that the fiber I'm eating isn't the right fiber for my body. So I said, okay, tell me more. And they said, maybe you need some whole wheat in your life. Not a big whole wheat person. I have basically sworn off bread. I have not eaten bread unless I'm out at dinner and then they have the hot rolls or whatever. But for the most part, I've completely sworn off bread. I don't eat sandwiches. I barely eat wraps because I just in my brain, bread has been the enemy, right? So I don't understand this. I'm going through a tunnel. I'm getting ready to go through a tunnel. Because of COVID, they have taken down all of the toll people. So you can't stop and give them money. Everything is video toll or Easy Pass or whatever. And for some reason, we're still stopped at the tolls. Like, I'm so confused. Anyway, I digress. So, as I started to watch videos and read more about the Purple Plan, I started to see whole wheat pasta, whole wheat breads, whole wheat, brown rice, things like that. Now, back in my diety days, that was always like, you can have whole wheat pasta, but it doesn't taste the same. You can have brown rice, but who wants that? You can have whole wheat bread, but it tastes gross. Like, that kind of thing. However, because I have kind of sworn off pasta and sworn off breads and things like that, I didn't have that taste for them anymore. So I decided to give... Oh, and I was missing potatoes. Just potatoes. Like, you guys know, I love a good French fry. Like, French fries will derail my progress like a hurdle as a runner. I don't even know. Like, I will, trying to get me to not eat French fries was like trying to nail Jell-O to a tree. Like, I just couldn't do it. I love French fries. So, look, I can't even get rid of that. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, so I started really looking deeply into the Purple Plan. And I went to the store on my way home from work one day. Had to stop and get coffee creamer, of all things. I bought some 100-calorie whole wheat muffins, the English muffins. I bought some minute brown rice. I bought some whole wheat spaghetti noodles. I think maybe, did I get spaghetti? I think I got spaghetti or angel hair. I think I got spaghetti because they don't seem like angel hair. I got a can of crushed tomatoes that just had tomato. There was no sugar or anything else in it. I got some chicken, some shrimp, and I think that was it. I feel like I got something. Oh, I got Chobani non-fat Greek yogurt and 2 small baking potatoes. So I have been now on the Purple Plan for 2 weeks. This coming Saturday will be 2 weeks. I'm going to be very honest. I don't know what I weigh at this moment because I have not weighed myself in about 2 weeks. I wanted to really give this program a chance without jumping on the scale the next day after eating my first whole wheat pasta and going up and say, well, it doesn't work, and then not really giving it a chance. So this is what I can tell you. A couple of things have happened. I now, and I'm going to do a what I eat in a day video. I know I haven't done those in like years, but I'm going to do one. Not today, because I didn't. Today's a whole nother story. My lunch and breakfast that I packed is nicely sitting home on my kitchen table. Because, I haven't been going out. So I was like, I don't know. It's like, you forget how to ride a bike. I guess you don't. Isn't that what they say? You don't forget how to ride a bike. Anyway. So I have been eating on a regular one of those 100 calories. I was going to say 1,000 calories. One of those 100-calorie egg muffins, Thomas's English muffin. I always have to say Thomas's or I can't get English out. With an egg, a farm fresh, right out of the chicken coop, that morning egg, and which is 0 points. A 1 slice of Canadian bacon, which is 0 points. And and then the muffin is 3 points, and I haven't put cheese on it because I watched a video where a woman said, make your sandwich with cheese, but only half of your sandwich with cheese, and see if you can really taste the cheese and like tell what side it's on, whatever. And I mean, I could see it, so I could taste it, whatever. But I realized that kind of cheese, like a slice of cheese, is not the cheese that really brings me joy. The cheese that brings me joy is on a platter with crackers and meat and a glass of wine. So I decided I don't really need that piece of yellow American cheese, right? Now, if I can find Kraft fat-free singles, which I know you can't find anywhere, I would buy those. But, you know, it's worth it to me to only have 3 points for breakfast. That's been my breakfast for a week now. I have strawberries or banana or an apple or something as my snack. For lunch, I've been having the brown rice with an egg. So now I'm up to 2 eggs a day. Stirred up in the brown rice. A teaspoon of butter. And I don't, like, half the time it's not even that. I usually use the pan that Norm made his eggs in the morning, and he uses butter, and half the time I just use that same pan before it goes in the dishwasher, and I don't even need to add butter, so I can still count it, but, you know, it just tastes like it. And then I put in some frozen shrimp that I just kind of sauteed, add a little tiny bit of soy sauce, and I think I give myself like 1 or 2 points depending on how much butter it is, but that's 0 points. I usually have something in between there. I will tell you, I've been having, it's called a lemon head, a big lemon head. I think they're a point or two, I forget, like halfway through the day, just because it's something sweet, and it takes a while in my mouth to dissolve, and it helps that sweet craving. And then for dinner, other than last night where we went out, and I did really well, I'll tell you about that in a minute, I've been having like a baked potato with chicken, or whole wheat pasta, or one night we made burgers on the grill, and I had a lettuce wrap because there were no real buns out there that literally tickled me for the amount of I'd be willing to spend. I have Smart Buns in my freezer that I don't like, and I'm probably going to throw them away because I just don't like them. And so I used a lettuce wrap. It was delicious. I cut up one of those potatoes and put it in the air fryer, added nothing to it. That's not true. I put a little bit of cooking spray on it, but barely any. Tossed it around, put it in the air fryer for a while. I have a rotator in my air fryer, a rotator basket. I put it in there, took it out, threw a little bit of malt vinegar on it, and it was divine. I felt like I was having a takeout burger with fries. I don't remember what the points on that were, but you know, it was for the burger. Like, I basically had to charge myself for the burger. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff I've been doing. Last night we went to an Italian place. We love Italian food, but we don't eat Italian out because I make Italian food and he'd rather have mine. So when we go out to an Italian place, he doesn't get lasagna, right? So we went to a place around us that we love. We haven't been in a while because, you know, COVID and whatever. But they have really good shrimp cocktail. Like, their shrimp cocktails, like, he calls it baby lobsters. They're like this big. So we had a shrimp cocktail, which is 0 points. There was a basket of beautiful, soft, warm bread that sat in front of me, and I did not eat not one piece, and I wanted it so bad. That's the second time I've done that. The other day we went to, like a couple weeks ago, we went to Texas Roadhouse, and I didn't have one of their rolls. Not one. And that's entirely inhumane. Anyway, and then I had a salad with tuna on it, and they put this orange, like, sauce. It's like a spicy sauce on their tuna, like tuna, ahi tuna. got a tuna salad, so it was like a salad with a piece of tuna on it. And everything in the salad was 100% 0 points because it was literally just lettuce, like 2 or 3 olives, some capers, and not even a lot of those because I know they can be salty. What else was in there? Tomato, cucumber, half an egg, like that kind of thing. But these beautiful pieces of tuna steak. And so what I did is I skipped the dressing and I asked them for the sauce that they usually put on their ahi tuna. And I dipped it in that. Oh, it was divine. I charged myself for the dressing or the dip, even though I did the fork dip. So I didn't use a lot. I still charged myself a little bit for that. But other than that, everything else I ate was 0 points. We skipped dessert. I had a cappuccino, so I charged myself for that. But for going out to dinner, I did really, really well. So my experiment clearly will be when I weigh myself, which will probably happen either tomorrow or Saturday, depending on what our plans are on Saturday. I will weigh myself. At my last time I weighed, I was 194.8 or something. And then I jumped on the scale at some point throughout the week. But it was after I had had coffee and maybe even breakfast, and it was like 196 or something. So I would like myself to be under 194. Anywhere. If I'm 193, I'd be thrilled. But this is what I will tell you so far without having been on the scale. My clothes are fitting a little better. Not a ton better. Not like, oh God, they're falling off of me. But the pants I put on this morning, which are Diane Gilman from HSN or QVC or whatever, they're called DG2. They look like black denim jeans, but they are like mostly Lycra. When I first got them and put them on, they fit a certain way. They still fit great. I loved them. But this morning I could tell that they felt a little loose. The last time I put on this denim jacket I'm wearing, it felt a little snug. Like this when I bought this jacket, it was snug, but it felt a little like, this doesn't quite fit right. Like I couldn't really move my arms in it, right? This morning I can. But the big thing for me is there have been a couple of days, and not every day, because God knows that's not going to happen, but there have been a couple of days, and I'm sorry if you don't like conversation about number 2. Speaking of which, aren't these pretty? Look, they're bats. Can you tell that they're bats? They're cute. Color Street nails. I don't sell them, but my friend does, and I am obsessed. Anyway, all their Halloween ones are out. I bought every Halloween one. There are only 4 weeks in October. I bought 5 sets of nails, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I think one set I really like. I could wear like on another time because it's very cloudy and starry. Anyway, number 2. There have been a couple of days, and you guys know I'm not a big number 2er, that when I went, it was more than what should have been in my body. It was I have done cleanses, tea cleanses, things like that, where when you're doing it the first day or so, there is this emptying, if you will. And it's not pleasant. It doesn't hurt, but it's not pleasant. There has been twice since I started the Purple Plan, twice in 1 week, both weeks, that has occurred. So I don't know. I am enjoying the Purple Plan. it's been nice knowing that I have the freedom to have it. I had a baked potato for lunch one day, small baked potato with some chicken and broccoli, and a little bit of fat-free cheese, which all I had to count for was nothing because it was fat-free cheese. Maybe it was a point for the cheese. I don't remember. And then I had the French fries, the potato I cut up as French fries in my air fryer. And I've been very satisfied potato-wise. I haven't done a lot of butter. I've used Chobani, non-fat yogurt and sour cream. Right now I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it the way that I enjoyed Freestyle when Freestyle first came out. But I am being very careful with other things. So, as you guys know, in Maryland, where I live, it is not uncommon to order a pound of steamed shrimp. Now, I know a pound of shrimp sounds like are you really going to eat that? But yeah, we eat a pound. Like, that's our meal. We eat a pound of steamed shrimp as our meal. And when I would make shrimp dishes that also had rice or whatever with it, there still might be a pound in there. So I have cut back on that. And then the other day I bought 2 chicken breasts. They had a sale where there were packs of 2 chicken breasts for like $3 or whatever. I bought a whole bunch of them, put them in the freezer. The other day I really wanted chicken, and I took it out and I sliced the chicken breast long ways in half, and it was more than enough. In the past, however, I would have eaten both pieces. I put them in a bag and put them back in the freezer. So I was really happy with that. So I'm on track. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm drinking tons of water. I went from the green plan, which I still think is kind of like my go-to, that's what I'm going to lose weight on plan. During the pandemic, I switched from the green plan to the blue plan. And I went on the blue plan because it was just easier. There was less counting, and it was a little more freeing to me. As you guys know, in the summertime, I enjoy the blue plan because I eat a lot of chicken and shrimp in the summertime. So, it was coming down to fall was coming, whatever. And I was like, okay, it's time to switch off the blue plan. You didn't lose any weight this summer on the blue plan. You stayed steady. Like, you lost nothing. You gained a whole bunch right when the pandemic hit. And that's not really true. I gained a whole bunch right before the pandemic hit. But anyway, I've gained about 20 pounds. And, I knew over the summer I was probably not going to lose a bunch of weight if I lost any, because I wasn't really tracking. But not tracking on the blue plan was pretty easy. But that also made me go a little like, well, you didn't track today anyway, go ahead and have the ice cream sundae. So, enjoyed my summer wholeheartedly. Enjoyed the blue plan. Kept myself even though I'm up 20 pounds from before, I kind of stayed steady at that. And now I've decided when I was time to switch back, I will probably eventually go back to the green plan, just because I think the green plan is probably best for me. But I gotta tell you, right now, I feel really good on the purple plan. Things feel really good. Like I feel lighter. My clothes fit. The only thing that I am really struggling with right now, and I don't know that this has anything to do with my food, although I'm a person who believes that food is your medicine and medicine is your food. I am having a really, really hard time sleeping. There was a point where I was taking melatonin to help myself sleep, and it was working really well. But especially when the weather changes, I get restless leg syndrome. And all of a sudden, I noticed that my restless leg syndrome was off the wall. Like, it was the kind where I'm crying in the middle of the night because It doesn't hurt. I just can't keep my legs still. So the minute I fall asleep, I wake back up because I can't keep my legs still. So the melatonin was helping me fall asleep, but I couldn't stay asleep because of the restless leg. So that wasn't happening for a while. I looked it up, and melatonin actually can exacerbate restless leg. I think, personally, I switched my melatonin from one brand to another. So I was taking one that was just melatonin, and then I found one that was called Melatonin and Recovery, like overnight recover kind of thing. And I think that maybe that did it. The problem is I bought 2 bottles of it. I'm almost done the 1 bottle, but I have stopped taking it the last 2 nights, and I've still woken up with some restless leg, but not near as bad as when I actually take the melatonin. So I don't really know. I don't know. I have been walking at least 4 days a week. I've been walking / running. I've been trying to run again. I'm not doing well, but I've been doing 2 miles. I signed up for a 5K, a virtual 5K. I've got to do the 5K before Thanksgiving. I'm actually considering doing it on Thanksgiving morning, but I'm at 2 miles right now, kind of a walk run. It's not fun, it's not pretty, but that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and say hi, let you guys know I am still here, I'm still around. I am still doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing, and I will chat with you guys soon. I will do a what I eat in a day video one day when I'm home, so you can see really what I'm eating right now. It would be very different if we were back in school. I'd be eating very differently. I'm sorry, I just noticed the sign for my school and I just don't like it. Anyway, it's not my job to change it. It's somebody else's job, and I just don't like what it says. Anyway, if we were in school, it'd be very different. I'm a breakfast skipper when we were in school, and I'm a candy eater. So hopefully being home will help, and I will talk to you guys really soon.